Trials, tricks and stunts can be good fun for car park challenges, but they can also be very useful on the trail. So let's learn a few of these tricks right now with these two bunny rabbits. Ready?
Ready. So Hans, what's our first challenge you got?
I think first we're going to do the side hop, or also I call it the parallel bunny hop. Very useful to go up and down a curb or sideways over a rut or change your line or whatever. So
Downhill or uphill?
well, it's easier downhill. So let's you guys give it a try. There's a couple of different techniques. You know, you can either go with both wheels at the same time for the smaller stuff, or you bring your front wheel over first and then the back wheel follows. The trick is kind of, you actually throw your body weight slightly before your bike goes. And you throw your weight not 90 degrees over to the side, you throw your weight kind of in a 45-degree forward motion, exactly like Blake just did it. And then you will notice there's always one side where it's easier than the other. And every rider has that, you know, has that chocolate side or chocolate foot. So, but you got to practice both ways, you know, because you never know what's coming at you on the trail. All right, one-handed wheelie. Nothing is cooler than riding down the street and waving at your friends or some hot girl, or showing somebody the bird, or drinking from your water bottle, or making a phone call. All right, Mom, I'll be home soon. The trick with the one-handed wheelie is you want to sit down, put your seat down. I actually scoot forward on my seat, so I sit kind of on the tip of my seat. That helps with the center of gravity. And then once you're up, your best friend is the rear brake, and even more of a best friend than normally in the wheelie, because you really have to hang back to keep the balance. Yeah. So you have to really be sure that you can control your speed and prevent yourself from falling over. Personally, I like flat pedals for that trick. I definitely would use flats to practice it, but I mean, you guys are pros, so yeah, look at this.
Whoa.
The one-handed wheelie actually works really well on a slight little uphill. Lean back and trust your brake, and remember to scoot forward on your seat. That really makes a difference with the way the weight is distributed and how you can get your butt over the rear axle. The best friend you have is your rear brake, so make sure you don't let that hand go off the handlebar.
Why don't we try and do a high five?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what?
Well, the one-handed wheelie is good to impress people, but this technique right here, riding up and over a step or an obstacle, is much more useful on the trail. So often you come to a little step, especially on the uphill of a trail, and it throws people off. They lose their momentum. And the trick is, especially if it's small, like you almost ignore the step. You just ride, you speed up a little bit before, and you might have to stop pedaling for a split second so you don't hit your pedal. And you might throw your weight forward, but you want to immediately pedal again so you can keep your momentum.
Let's try it. Let's have a go.
Nice, there you go. Exactly, that's what you do. Try it and let the rear wheel hit the rock. And in the same moment it hits, you lean slightly forward or get out of the saddle for a split second. And then that's all it really takes. See, right when you hit the rock, you get out of the saddle real quick. That's all it takes, so you don't have to over-exaggerate the move. Let me see if I can make that one.
Next challenge.
Yeah, there's a cool little trick if you need to turn around in a hurry. Pivot 180. So it's easier to do it against a little bank. That takes a bit of timing and practice, because you have to approach with the right pedal, so when you then pivot around, you have your chocolate foot in the right spot.
Okay, yeah.
And you kind of have to, as steeper you go in a way, the easier it is to pivot. So, but that takes a bit of practice, but this is basically what it looks like.
Oh, look at that. That is hard. Okay.
That's how you change direction. You know, when a
Yeah.
grizzly bear comes out of the bush, you go like, hey,
There's the grizzly there.
I'm out of here. And you know, remember, whenever like a grizzly bear or so comes,
Yeah.
you have to be faster than your friends, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So. Yeah, that was a nice one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that grizzly's not getting you, dude. Got it.
Barely.
So Hans, if you're finding the 180 pivot turn a little bit too hard, is there another technique to get around that? Is there another option?
Yeah, you can just break it down in steps. The 180 is actually hard. You can do 1, 2, 3, bang,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that would be the
That's if
probably
you see
the
the
first
bear
step.
super far away, you
Yeah.
can make that and then get out.
exactly.
But if the bear's closer, you got to do the 180. Then you don't get caught by the bear.
But you know, this very technique, like especially the last one I just showed, that works for switchbacks actually.
Oh yeah.
All right, these were 4 basic and a little advanced trial skills. Well done, my bunny rabbits.
Thanks, Hans.
Cheers, Hans.
Good teaching.
Click on the GMBN logo here to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, and click down here for a similar video, 5 essential trial skills.
And then click over here for 5 essential street skills.
Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.